This is the custom Blue Lock team that I created in Football Manager. They're currently in the Championship and the goal is to get to the Premier League and hopefully to Champions League football.
Now, I know some of you guys watching have never played Football Manager before, so this might seem pretty complicated, but it's actually pretty simple and easy to follow. So I'm going to just go through some of the details in this Blue Lock career mode. The video is going to cover a lot of things like where we are in the league table, club competitions, top goal scorers, and some international stuff as well. Now, this game is very detailed, as you can see. We're currently in February, so midway through this championship season, and you can see some of the player stats as well, but I'm going to go through some of the competitive stats as well that you're going to see later on. At any moment in the video, you can pause and take a look at anything you want to look into more detail about. If you have any questions, you can ask me down in the comments below. Or if there's something you don't quite understand, you can ask me as well. Alternatively, you can also join me up on Twitch where you can watch me play this live as well. You can ask questions there. Now, this is a quick preview of the club. So as you can see, I've replaced Leeds United in real life. So Leeds United no longer exist and it's been replaced with Blue Lock. Now, obviously, the manager is myself. The captain is IQ. I was tempted to make the captain Isagi, but I thought IQ made more sense. I was also tempted to make it Rin, but IQ was the obvious answer for me. But with IQ as captain, it was only right for Isagi, the main man himself, to be the vice captain. He's also one of the most influential players in the team as well. So obviously, as it's a new club, there's not much history to the club, but that's soon going to change for sure. Now let's take a look at some of the more important stuff that people want to see. So starting with the league table. Now we're currently first in the league table, but it wasn't always that way. We were second to Leicester for a long period of time, not because we were losing games, but we were drawing important games. But suddenly we started picking up form and now we're first place. Now unfortunately, in terms of cup competitions, we did get knocked out of both of them. So the Carabao Cup, we got knocked out of Norwich City, which was unfortunate because we literally beat them in the next week afterwards in the league. And then in the FA Cup, we lost to Chelsea, which is our first time playing the Premier League opposition. And unfortunately, the game didn't turn out well. You'll see some of the highlights that I posted on my YouTube shorts, or on my TikTok, go watch that. But yeah, cup competitions is definitely a major area for improvement next season. Now, this is what the team currently looks like, and this is a formation that we always play. Now, some of the team players that are in the first team right now don't always start. So Hiyori, for example, wouldn't normally be playing, but Bachara is currently injured. And Nagy wouldn't normally be playing because Barrow would normally be up top, but he's currently injured as well. But as you can see, each player has their individual role. Like the centre-backs have ball-playing centre-backs. You got Rin playing as a shadow striker currently. Isagi normally plays that role as well. Isagi playing as a pressing forward in this formation. Nagy playing as a deep line forward. Some different tactics and some different formations that we can do. One major aspect about these players is that they're all very versatile, so they can all play in many different positions, which I love about it. Especially in the striker position, we've got so many options. Kunigami and Shido even come on sometimes and they even put in performances. Shido always scoring some last minute goals, some important goals, and Kunigami always managed to get the score sheet as well when he comes on the pitch. Now let's take a look at some individual players that's in the league. As you can see, currently our top goal scorer is Rin, but he's only second in the top goal scorers league underneath JD Vardy himself, the legend. And then our next best goal scorer is Isagi, obviously. Now Isagi is a bit low because he did carry an injury a little bit in the early part of the season, which is why he hasn't been scoring that much. But I'm definitely expecting him to hit that 20 goal mark by the end of the season for sure. Now next you can see here is assists, and on top again we've got Itoshi Rin himself, the main man himself. Now people might call it biased because Rin is my favourite Blue Lock player, but I promise you I did make him the best player, but he's not that far ahead of everybody else. And the funny thing about these stats is that when you look at it, you might think Rin is our best performing player this season, but actually it's not, and I'm going to go to that person next. But don't get me wrong, Rin is still a vital part of this team. He's always winning the Young Player of the Month and the Real Player of the Month awards, always winning so many awards in this team, and he's vital. Now for me, the best player in our team and the most important player in our team is definitely Chigiri. Rin definitely leads the stats when it comes to goals and assists, but I feel like everything we do comes from Chigiri. I recommend you join the lives and watch the games when they happen. You'll see that Chigiri is involved in everything that we do when we're attacking, even when we're defending. And I also made a YouTube Shorts video about this, but recently the transfer window just ended and Chigiri was the only player to get a major offer from a big team, and that was Crystal Palace that tried to buy him, but obviously I declined that. As you can see, he leads the league in key open player passes and key chances created as well. He's literally like our version of Trent. Instead of Trent had his creativity through passing, he'd have his creativity through pace and beating people one-on-one. He's the type of player that might not show on all the stats, but at the end of the game, you'll definitely notice the influence. Which is why I highly recommend tuning in when I play this on Twitch, so you can see this live for yourself. Now let's quickly talk about some international football. Now, international football works the same way as it does in real life, so you got the under 21s and then you got the men's football as well. Now, how I did it, spoilers for the Neo Egoist League if you haven't read up to that part, but basically every player, the team that they play for in the Neo Egoist League is what country they're from. However, I did make a mistake on Kunigami, I did make him English by accident. So basically how it works is Rin is French, Byro's Italian, the only person that's actually Japanese is Asagi himself. Now, as you can see whilst I was speaking there, Kunigami played for the England under-21s. He's currently the second top goal scorer in the England under-21s Euro League. You can see him here alongside names like Lamine Yamal, Eli Wahi, Matthias Tell, so many more. Now, everybody in our team currently plays under-21s football. The only person that plays first team international football is IQ, and he plays internationally for Sweden. Now, those of you hardcore real Blue Lock fans really know that IQ is part Swedish, which is why I did make him from Sweden. Now, here are definitely some names you recognize that play alongside Kunigami in the England under-21s: Cole Palmer, Jay Stansfield, Jared Branthwaite. So it really is interesting to see these Blue Lock players interconnect with real life players as well. And hopefully once these players start getting international call-ups to the men's team, we're going to see more of this. So for example, Rin with Mbappe, maybe Barra with Italian players, and so many more.
Now there's so much more that I haven't even shown you guys yet. The game has so much detail, such as each individual player traits. If you want to check them out individually, then check them out in the stream below, link in the description. Also, I don't have a set streaming schedule as of right now, so let me know which days are preferable for you guys to watch this, and I'll try to fit my schedule around those times so most of you guys can get this live.